Imagine thinking the British public forgot. Imagine believing a few glossy photo ops, a Paris fashion cameo, and a humble pie PR arc could erase years of backlash. That's the energy behind what insiders say is Meghan Markle's planned return to the UK, not just to visit, but to reboot a royal-adjacent narrative with full PR horsepower. Some are calling it a grand strategy with a codename to match. And here's the spoiler: it isn't landing the way they hoped. Section 1. The plan. Behind the scenes, the structure feels unmistakably political. Closed-door meetings, choreographed appearances, and those classic friend-of-the-couple quotes seeded to big outlets, timed not for admiration, but for outrage. Because outrage drives clicks, trends, and attention. The theory? If the comeback can't be loved, it can still be watched. Recent reports even dubbed the charm offensive Project Thaw, a push to warm relations with the public and the royal family, rather than address the core grievances head-on. Page 6+1. Section 2. The optics. Step 1 of the image reset. Meghan front row with the European fashion elite, photographed near all the right power players. The message is soft power, prestige, and momentum before she sets foot back in Britain. But the optics are brittle. A Paris video clip filmed while passing near the Pont de l'Alma, the site of Princess Diana's fatal crash, sparked fierce criticism online. Whether accidental or not, critics called it tone-deaf, and the backlash overshadowed the high-fashion glow. Page 6+2. Yahoo +2. Section 3. Britain remembers. Here's the real hurdle. The UK didn't forget. People remember the Oprah special. They remember the Netflix series, the allegations, the strained family moments around the late Queen's final years, and carefully timed charity appearances that felt more brand-building than humanitarian. So the idea that a few staged hugs and a smiling walkabout will melt years of frustration feels wildly out of touch. Section 4. The coordination question. Fueling suspicion, Harry's recent high-profile moves keep syncing neatly with the storytelling. He traveled by train to Kiev, gave an interview to The Guardian, and talked openly about his future. Moves that shaped headlines and framed a potential path back to Britain. Whether coincidence or coordination, the narrative looks engineered. The Guardian +2, AP News +2. Section 5. What they want. Make no mistake, the golden shot is a reconciliation photo. A hug with Kate, a tea moment with King Charles, anything that signals détente. Curiosity will spike audiences, but curiosity isn't forgiveness. And Meghan's filmed drive-by in Paris didn't help. It hardened skeptics who already see the comeback as performance-heavy and sincerity-light. Section 6. The hypocrisy problem. This isn't just about missteps, it's about mixed messages. Preaching about social media harms while living on curated virality. Aligning with fashion houses that draw controversy, then adopting the posture of victimhood. Talking humility in interviews, while every frame screams brand strategy. Audiences spot the disconnect now, and once they do, it's hard to unsee. Section 7. Harry's parallel storm. Then there's African Parks, the conservation non-profit linked to Prince Harry that's now a lightning rod. The government of Chad just terminated its partnership, citing serious concerns over performance and conduct. The headlines were brutal, the silence from Harry's camp even louder. If your image is built on service, you can't ghost the hardest questions when they land at your door. Reuters +1. Section 8. Momentum versus trust. Look closer and you can feel the grind. The buzz around projects is thinner. More speaking gigs look pay to play. Meghan's fashion world returns feel overproduced. Harry's once relatable ease is replaced by talking points that don't land. It's all momentum without trust. And trust, not press, is the real currency of a comeback. Section 9. Why return now? Critics say the US attention machine is cooling. Without a royal tether, prestige is harder to sustain, so the pivot back toward Britain reads less like reconciliation and more like relevance repair. Here's the irony. They built a brand on leaving the firm, only to circle back when the spotlight dimmed. Perks without responsibility, headlines without accountability, that's the perception problem they haven't solved. Section 10. The public mood. Royalists aren't lining up for a redemption arc. You can't torch bridges in prime time, profit from the damage, and expect a red carpet welcome across the ashes. And the idea that government allies might midwife the comeback, that plays as tone-deaf in a political climate where public patience is thin. No comms plan can manufacture goodwill that hasn't been earned. Close. Reality check. So go ahead. Roll cameras on Project Thaw, fly in, cue the photo ops, feed the papers, but don't confuse attention with affection. Britain remembers. And if the only soundtrack to this return is flashbulbs and carefully drafted quotes, don't be surprised when the loudest response isn't applause. It's the cold, unmistakable boo of a crowd that won't be managed anymore.